everyone, it's Jess and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I am doing my fall vinyl collection update. I do these videos seasonally if you are new, and I have quite a few coming in the next few months, so if you want to keep updated, please remember to subscribe down below and click that notification bell, and give this video a like and comment if you enjoy it at any time. Let's just get right into it. So I'm going to start off actually with my most recent purchase, which has been Neck Deep's Life's Not Out to Get You. I have been so obsessed with Neck Deep lately, like, it's insane. My dad picked this up for me and I was so grateful. This is the Newberry Comics exclusive, so it's colored, and I'll show you that in a second. But first, look at this amazing gatefold. I absolutely love it. It reminds me of traditional tattoo artwork, and I'm just obsessed. Even like the track listing on the back is like a map, and it's so cool. So color wise, you guys know when I love my colored records to look like the album cover, and this one certainly does. This record is yellow and red with white splatter, and I am so in love with it. It looks so pretty. And my favorite tracks off of here, I've been digging Citizens of Earth lately, December of course, and Gold Steps. All the classics. The next one I have is another Neck Deep record, and it is their brand new release, The Peace and the Panic. This one, this album, this is such a good album. Definitely one of my favorite releases of the year. I absolutely am in love with the artwork. The gatefolds, they never disappoint. This gatefold looks like a comic book, and every single picture has to relate to one of the songs, and I love it so much. And it's so pretty. It's so nice, and it's colored. A just plain white pressing, but I don't have a plain white pressing yet, so I'm very excited to have this. It's limited to 500 copies, and I like it a lot. Very simplistic, but definitely fits. And my favorite songs off of here, In Bloom, of course, Wish You Were Here, and Where Do We Go When We Go. So I picked up quite a few records from my dad's collection this season, so we're going to start with Alpha by Asia. And I am, first, obsessed with this artwork. It is so pretty, and I don't know, I was very drawn to it. I know one song from Asia, Heat of the Moment. It's not on here, and I haven't been able to spin this record yet. My dad said that I should have this, so I have it. The next one is Van Halen's 1984. Again, album artwork, love it. I haven't had the chance to spin this one either, but my dad said it is a good summer record, and I'm very excited to spin it during the summer. Next. This one's a big one. This is one of my gems. It is Men at Work's Business as Usual. I love this album with everything in my entire heart. I grew up on this album, specifically the songs Who Can It Be Now, Down Under, and Be Good Johnny. I literally just, it's so nostalgic to me, and I love this record more than anything ever, okay? Got this from my dad's collection. Very happy to have it, like, obsessed with it, thank you. Also from my dad's collection, I got a few soundtracks. So this one is the Story of Star Wars soundtrack. Now, I am a huge Star Wars fan. I don't know if you guys know that. I don't really talk about it a lot. I have a huge Star Wars poster over there that's out of sight, but I have it, and I am so excited for the new movie. Like, don't even talk to me. Like, I just But yeah, so this is the Story of Star Wars soundtrack, and it is really cool. It comes with like this little picture book inside, and I don't know, I just think it's so cool. Like with the other few, I have not been able to spin this one yet either, but I don't really listen to soundtracks that often either, but it's just a really nice one to have. This next one is a pretty big one, and it comes with a lot of explaining, but this is the Last House on the Left soundtrack. So my dad had 2 copies of this. This is the black version, limited to 1,400 copies. He has a white one, limited to 300, but he gave me this one. So I recently just watched this movie, and this guy right here, David, is the musical producer and also the star, and he was one of my dad's really great friends, and he passed away, so they re-released the soundtrack on vinyl. Here's the gatefold. It just has pictures from the movie. It's really cool. But on the record sleeve, it has notes that some of David's close friends wrote about him, and my dad got to write something. Here's a picture of my dad and David. I'll read part of what my dad wrote because I mentioned in it. So he said, "Evidence that his power and passion will last for generations to come can be found for one in my 11-year-old, who, having heard Wait for the Rain, found on this release playing in my car, determined that she wants it to be the father-daughter song we danced to at her wedding." I said that when I was 11 years old, and I still hold that today. This is a very, very important release to me. Wait for the Rain is such a good song. The songs on this record are pretty weird, but they're just, you know, it's just an important one for me to have. The last soundtrack that I picked up this month, I got at a festival, and it was in the $1 bin, but it was also 20% off, so it was literally like 84 cents, and that is the Bye Birdie soundtrack. Now, Bye Birdie was the first theatrical production I was ever cast in. I was one of the ensemble members, but it was an adult show. I was 9, so I was very excited about it. This is really like where my interest in acting started, even though the show got canceled because the choreographer quit. But I was in it for a little while. So this is just the original movie soundtrack. There are so many good songs on here. A lot of Living to Do and The Telephone Hour stick out in my mind. I used to have like the entire soundtrack on my iPod shuffle, and I just needed it. I just needed it. So I have 2 more records to go. So this one I picked up at a show, meant to see the band, didn't end up seeing the band, stayed for one of the opening band's last song, met the lead singer of that opening band. This is Issue's self-titled record. I did not get to see them. When I went to see them, I just saw Too Close to Touch, met Kane Pierce. It was fun. But I did end up picking up this record, and I love it so much. It is probably my favorite record by Issues. I definitely want to get their whole discography at some point. It was between this and their new record, new-ish record, Headspace, but there are just so many good songs on here. I mean, Mad at Myself, Stingray Affliction, Never Lose Your Flames, Disappear, of course, and then I've been obsessed with Tears on the Runway Part 2 because I like the acoustic version, so yeah. And it is colored. I believe it's limited to 500 copies. First off, this lyric sheet is so pretty. Like, I want to hang that somewhere. I don't know, I just love stuff like that. But the record is, they describe it as a gray starburst, gray marble type thing. I have 4 Sleeping with Sirens records that are the same color. But, you know, it definitely fits with the album, I think. And it's just a great release. And this last record, you saw it in the thumbnail. It is my gem. It is my prized possession. I am obsessed with it still. It is a copy of Paris's new record, All We Know of Heaven, All We Need of Hell, signed. 100% signed by the whole band. They said that they were signing every single copy of vinyl and CD from the North American tour, and I recently went to see that. So of course I had to pick it up. It has a really nice gatefold. It is pressed on black, but it's limited to 6,000. And yes, let's just take a second. Like, these are their signatures. Like, they're right there. Like, okay, like, congrats. Like, Anyways, favorite songs. There's a lot. Literally the entire album is good, but 3 that stick out in my mind. Anyone Else, Winter, and Separate. I love this record more than anything ever, so I think I've said that about 5 times in this video, but yeah, this is the gem of the season. And that is all that I have for you guys today. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. All my social media links, like always, be in the description below. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Alright, I love you all so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!